Welcome to Taking Care of Business on Current Radio News Talk 1180 and on 1230 KGEO for the best in Saturday Talk Radio, and also on 1410 KERI at 1 o'clock for the best in Wednesday Talk Radio. We're on 3 stations.
We're syndicated.
That and $2 will get us a Starbucks. No, $4 will get us a Starbucks.
Maybe.
Your host is Clay Kerner, and I'm Marty Pay. Clay, what a show last week with one of my favorite guests, Margaret Hoover.
Yeah, she is your favorite guest, I think.
I like Margaret. She's a sweetheart. She really knows her stuff politically, and I guess that comes from debating Bill O'Reilly every week.
Is that really a debate with O'Reilly? He just keeps talking.
Well, I think she holds her own with O'Reilly, you know.
Margaret does a great job.
She said you were a pussycat compared to Bill O'Reilly, which I can
she
see.
Called me all kinds of things. So
yeah.
I needed my happy pills.
Next week, we've got Kathy Butler from the DBA and her new chairman, Steve McElroy from 23 Kern. In the second half, we have what I think is going to be a pretty fascinating story. 100 years ago, Booker T. Washington, does that name ring a bell to you?
Was he president?
No, he was not president. And Julius Rosenwald, who's the guy who built Sears and Roebuck, started 5,000 schools in the black community in the South.
Right.
Nobody knows this story. It's one of those stories that just kind of went uncovered over the years. Their stories told in a new book, You Need a Schoolhouse, by Stephanie Deutsch, and we're going to have Stephanie on next week. But in studio this week, we have 2 friends of the program, Jeremy Staat and Wesley Barrientos. Welcome to Taking Care of Business.
Thanks, Marty. How you doing, sir?
Sir, boy, I like that. So you guys are going to do the wall-to-wall ride from Bakersfield to the Vietnam Wall in Washington, D.C., over 4,000 miles. You guys in shape for this? Are you ready for it?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I've got documented over 3,200 miles since November. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time, and just praying that we have some good weather coming out of Bakersfield into the Hatchby, which from the Farmer's Almanac, it looks pretty good. So, yeah, as far as that, I'm good to go.
4,000 miles. Wesley, you also this?
Well, I said yes, so I'm ready. You know, I'm here. I'm here for the long run.
Well, you know, Wesley, I commented when you walked in the studio today that you really look good. I mean, you really look like you're in shape.
Thank you. You know, I'm not seeing anybody, by the way.
Well, you're not seeing anybody?
I mean, it looks like Clay's hitting on me, but, you know.
Well, Wesley, from my end of it, you look like you're in shape. As far as looking good, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I thought I was a long way from there, but thank you.
So, I was looking at the schedule. I mean, you've got your schedule on Facebook. I can't believe some of the mileage you guys are putting in. I mean, I did a 100-mile ride about a year and a half ago, and from Irvine down to San Diego, and at the 80-mile mark, they had the Torrey Pines Hill, which was a brutal place to put that. But you guys are looking at days where I'm looking at one day here at 29 Palms, one of my least favorite places being in the Marines. You're going to do 87 miles, and then the very next day you're going to do 92 miles.
Yeah, actually, you know what? That's been updated a little bit. We've actually broken that down to a little bit more manageable bites. The 87.8 miles, yeah, that's going to be legit. But we actually have a rest day after that now, and then we broke it down. We actually found a little secret route on the backside of
okay.
That we're going to take through. Val Thomas, who was a lieutenant colonel in the Marine Corps, kind of made us aware of that road. So we're actually, you know, as we continue to go down this road, people are coming on board and saying, hey, you know what, here's kind of a little shortcut here to help you guys out a little bit. So the route is the stops are in concrete, but some of the routes and weights and the mileage that we've done it's going to change a little bit, but it's still, you know, it's going to be 4,263 miles.
Oh my God!
It's not a straight shot. You're going back and forth.
Yeah, it's zigzagging across. We're going to hit 15 states. We've got 71 stops. We've got 10 military installations that we're going to hit, and it's just a way of trying to, you know, connect all the dots and to create ignite the spirit of unity throughout the country.
Now, I've seen you guys out there on the bike path, and you guys, you know, just blow past me like I'm standing still. What's the furthest you guys have gone in training?
I did a 92.2 miler about a month ago, and that's the furthest I've done.
What about you, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's about the same. I think it was 93 miles. You know, we didn't ride anything further than we had to at this point. Definitely don't want to put the strain and the abuse on the body, and it's kind of been tapering down since then. We've really cut back on the mileage as we get closer, just because of the fact that, you know, I don't want to, you know, in no injuries or anything like that. You know, I mean, with Clay hurting himself playing golf, you know, I definitely don't want to hurt ourselves when we're out riding. So we kind of tapered it down to just right now we're, you know, consistently right about, you know, 20 miles, just putting in 20 just to keep the saddle, you know, just the soreness and stuff like that out of there.
Do you have vans that are going to be traveling with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Motor City GMC, they actually gave us a crew cab truck to use to pull our trailer, our mobile bike shop, as well as they also letting us use a 16-passenger van as well. So we've got those vans down at Rap City getting wrapped up and all that good stuff right now, so that our sponsors can get their 1x1 sticker on the side of it. It's kind of like a NASCAR thing, but it's really cool. I mean, Kern County has been great to us, and they really pulled us together.
What's it cost for a sponsor to sign on the van?
About $1,000 for a 1x1, 1 foot by 1 foot logo and sticker on that.
Wow.
We're having a conversation with Jeremy Staat and Wesley Berrientos talking about the wall-to-wall bike ride.
Now, do you have backup bicycles if they break down, or are you going to have to stop and repair it if there's a problem?
No, actually, the goal is we've got, right now I've got two bikes that we're going to have. One's a primary, one's a secondary bike. Wesley has his primary bike right now. We're just waiting for Top End to get his second bike down. And then also, I don't know if you guys are aware, but we have a third rider as well. His name is Dale E. Porter. He's a 65-year-old Vietnam veteran who was so inspired by the article and what he was hearing that he started riding from Taft, California to downtown Bakersfield every day. And came to us and said, hey, look, I've been riding from Taft every day. I want to do this. I want to go out, leaving a good message, to my Vietnam guys. I want to kind of help you guys bridge that gap. And so we brought him on board, and I tell you what, the guy's just crazy enough to do it.
That guy's awesome. Let me tell you, he motivates everybody.
I like that, 65-year-old. So a guy that's, let's see, he's younger than you and older than me, but he's kind of our generation.
Who are you talking to, Wes or
No, definitely talking to you. Oh, yeah. I mean, when Clay, speaking about his golf, when he hits the ball, people yell incoming. It's not a pretty sight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, incoming. It's coming straight up, straight down, coming in like that.
Now, what about the evenings? You're going to stop and rest. Do you have hotels already lined up?
Actually, no, not at this point. We're still kind of waiting on that. We've had a couple of friends that are working on it, and then we're just trying to put all that stuff together. This thing's all going to come together in the 11th hour. As far as we're concerned, we're still down on RV. Our RV kind of fell through on us, but, we're going to ride come hell or high water. We're riding this thing.
Good.
What's the RV for?
The RV was to basically take some of the cost away from our housing costs, for our mechanics and the drivers and stuff like that. They could just sleep in the RV while, Wesley and I could get a room. 2 separate rooms, that is, to kind of just help us out, and that, as well as Dell's as well. Just so, because, as a riding, sleeping on a lumpy mattress in an RV isn't going to be, too good for us.
I'm glad you clarified that. I know you guys are good friends, but...
no, we're not bed sharing yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many people total will be traveling with you or supporting you?
We're at with 3 riders, 3 drivers, and then we got a 4th driver plus media person. We're looking probably anywhere from 8 to 10 people right now. The director of operations, Heather Harwell, will be with us as well, as well as the treasurer, who is also my mom, will be on the trip with us as well to kind of just keep us everything in line and keep it going. For instance, if we need anything, clothes washed or food or anything like that, they'll be able to assist us in that.
This is not an inexpensive venture at all, is it?
No, absolutely not. We budgeted for, with the 20% buffer zone, we're around probably about $300,000.
Wow.
How close are you?
Oh, we're in the very early, very, very early stages of raising that kind of money. But the good thing is we've raised enough money to pay for all of our equipment thus far, as the cycling side and the bikes and stuff like that. The big cost is going to become with, of course, fuel costs and hotel expenses. That's where a lot of the money is going to come into.
Now, I know you're selling miles because I know that Marty and I both purchased a mile. So, and what are the cost of a mile run?
For 1 mile, it's $100 a mile, and people can sponsor whatever mile they want. We've actually set up kind of a friendly competition here because of, Wesley being in the Army and me being in the Marine Corps. We've kind of set it up to where people can sponsor the individual branches to kind of make it a fun competition.
So has anybody from the Marines stepped up yet?
Oh, let me tell you, I'm getting my butt kicked. I am getting my butt kicked here.
Well, that's the way it should be. Army should get their...
Well, I thought everybody was going to come in and step through, for the Army the way they should, But, no, apparently Jeremy has more friends than I do, and he is paying them a lot to sponsor a mile, I guess.
Well, here's
the proud, baby.
Here's a sponsorship for you. Here's $300 from me, $100 for a T-shirt, and I'm going to sponsor a mile for each of you guys.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you, Marty.
I got the mile just before Clay's.
I have the last mile.
And I have the second to the last mile for both of you.
And we're planning on being there.
Yes.
We'll We won't run. We won't walk. We'll drive in a car behind you. on the
Well,
last couple of miles.
I might if I can snag a bike, I might ride the last day with you guys if you guys don't mind the company.
Not at all.
Okay, but I'm definitely going to start out with you guys. Well, let's talk about that when we get back from the break. We'll be back in a moment on Taking Care of Business on Kern Radio News Talk 1180.